You know, for NoVampber, there's tons of vampire series out there that people know and have heard of and are probably interested in me doing a timeline video on. The To Die For movies are not one of those series. I don't know why I chose this. I don't even have like a nostalgia thing for this one. Huh. Oh well, too late now. Enjoy the timeline for To Die For, I guess. This kicks off back in 1988 with To Die For, directed by Darren Sarafian, who was actually one of the actors in Zombie 3, but has since become a major player in television as a director and producer, and has been nominated for several daytime Emmys. This one's in LA, and we meet Vlad here, who, oddly enough, would play a vampire-fighting werewolf just a few years later in Howling 6. And also Kate, who you might recognize more with Freddy's hand popping out of her chest. She says that she was born in 1959 and has a degree, so she's at least mid-20s, so we're at least in mid-1980s here, and the two get together. There's some sort of creature on the loose, and Amanda Wyss is in this too, and she's been popping up in quite a bit of things that I've been watching lately. Not that I'm complaining. Kate's milk tells us that it's June at least, and then Ben is here in what would turn out to be Dwayne Jones' final role. He's credited in things afterwards, but it's a film that was shot before this one and two other films that used the same footage from that one. Kate has an ex named Martin.
Because I know you're not much good on your own, and I'm not here for you anymore.
Gee, I wonder why she broke up with him. Vlad's not exactly a good dude himself, as he basically forces himself on Celia, and in fact, all of the male characters in this movie are pretty horrible. You've got Vlad, the vampire rapey guy, Vlad's old nemesis, who is the monster tearing apart random people in the city in vicious murders, Martin, the ex who just won't take no for an answer and calls Kate's work 7 times in one day because she won't return his call, and even Simon, her boss, who's just kind of a dick to her. There's love intrigue, causing a pretty inspired Celia breakdown.
Love me, Vlad. Please love me.
Get out of my house!
And it's revealed that Vlad is actually Vad the Impaler, and Bram Stoker based Dracula on him. Celia's killed and turned, and Vlad and, Tom? The villain's name is Tom. Ooh, menacing. Face off. The slightly less dickish vamp wins, but then he walks out into the sunlight and kills himself. So there's no visible date here, so we're just going to go ahead and with real-time 1988 for now. The film was popular enough on the video market to get a sequel a few years later with 1991's Son of Darkness, To Die For 2. I guess somehow Celia survived and she's back, and so is minor character Jane, and OG Johnny Storm is here, and wait, Tom is alive too, and so is Vlad, except he's been recast and now goes by the name Max Schreck because he's a subtle kind of guy, and he gives Celia blood and says that they've done it hundreds of times before, so we're definitely some time after the last one. Nina here is a single mom, and Martin's back too, and he says that 2 of his friends were murdered last year. So we're set a year after the last one, which would make this theoretically 1989 then. Oh yeah, Max is a doctor somehow, and Tom is his brother now. I'm pretty sure they didn't say that in the last one, but who knows? I'm not going back to find out. Nina and Max then fall for each other, and I guess the coroner checking out Vlad's remains bled in it, which is how he was revived after burning up, and they say that the baby Tyler is 6 months old, and 9 months before that was when Max was living it up, and the kid is his son, and he finally gives up on his whole no-killing thing. Martin tries to help Nina, still acting like a dick, and in a fight for the life of little Tyler, Danny gets his head sawed off, Celia gets staked, and Tom gets thrown into a disintegration carpet, I think. But before Max can turn Nina, Martin shows up to let some light in, killing Max. So there you have it. It's two movies that timeline-wise, I guess, make sense. Continuity-wise, just do not. At least they give an explanation for why one of the characters is magically revived from the dead. But yeah, a bunch of characters that are blatantly killed off in the first one just magically show back up again. It does not make any sense. These were okay. They're enjoyable. I wasn't mad about them. They do move along. They're not terribly boring. They're fairly entertaining. I'm all right with having watched these. I know that I don't know quite why I watched these, but I did. So you have this video. If you liked it, please let me know down below. If you've heard of these movies before, let me know down below. And please also like the video, comment, share, all that stuff. Check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/movietimelines. I'd appreciate that. These guys over here, they help support this channel, and you can too. But you also support it just by watching the videos, so keep on doing that. I appreciate that, and I'll see you very shortly for another great one. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.